think here's what I've learned from the program. We're all going towards the fourth dimension, which is happy, peaceful, and useful. It's described on page 8. Tells you what he did to get there on page 25. Chapter 5 talks about self-propulsion. Most people try to live by self-propulsion, which always leads to conflict. Everyone is the actors trying to arrange the lights, the stage, the ballet, and everything. Everybody thinks that the rest of the world would be better off if they just would do as their own ideas, whatever they think, or their actions, and that's what leads to the conflict. And we have a common solution. It's on page 17, and it's the steps. And the steps address the spiritual sickness. It manifests itself in 4 different ways, which is resentments, fear, guilt, and wreckage. So far that mankind has come up with. And everyone has spiritual sickness to different degrees. Cain killed Abel. There's 4 people on the planet, and one of them kills another one. You think that they try to live together and need each other to survive, but we weren't born spiritually sick. The world made us made us that way. Okay, and when we're spiritually sick, we either stuff it or we act out. And now that I have a program, we write about it. I write about it. The spiritual sickness blocks me from the sunlight of the spirit. And I don't want to be half happy, which is when I'm just sober. I want to recover. And when I can recover, I can be totally happy, completely happy. So, and alcoholism, the drinking and using is a symbol. It's a symptom of the spiritual sickness. It's not the problem. Spiritual sickness is the root cause of the alcoholism. And I want to be the cause, not the effect. The cause is spiritual sickness. The effect could be the alcoholism. It could be gambling. It could be overeating. It could be depression. Anything. So I want to be the cause. So the steps. Here we go. Steps 8 and 9. They address everything outside your head. Okay. Steps 1 through 7 address everything inside your head. So what's covered? What's not covered? Nothing. That's why it works better than anything else mankind has ever come up with so far. It works 100% of the time when it's used. All symptoms of spiritual sickness get relief and clarity from the 12 steps. There's 32 12-step fellowships after the big book has come out. There's in 10 through 12 is your ongoing maintenance. 10 will keep you in touch with yourself. 11 keeps you in conscious contact with your higher power, and step 12 is carrying the message. Getting somebody else through 1 through 11, essentially. What doesn't come in the 4th step will come out in the 4th step will be a part of your 10th step. So you don't need to spend 6 months on the 4th step. Steps 1 through 9 is the danger zone. Bill and Bob did everything in a couple days when they first started with newcomers. We should too, I think, because since it was discovered that way. And when something's really bothering me, I need to write about it rather than share about it during a meeting. It's okay to talk to friends outside a meeting or before a meeting or after, but not on a group level. I've never read the book and didn't feel different or better after. However, as my recovery has gone on forward, I have gone to meetings and didn't feel as different or better after. The power of that and the influence of that has definitely faded, and now the strength of my program feeds off of the 10th step and the 12th step. And Bill and Bob shared drugs in their stories, so we can too. Chapter 3 also mentions drugs. And in the beginning, there was only a book. There wasn't meetings. You can do the steps without a sponsor. I have a copy of Chapter 5, and I removed the words Chapter 5 and the title and AA from it. And I've showed it to several people, and they all agree that they've never looked at life explained that way, that it was a reality, no debate. So he did get it right in Chapter 5. And you can get me on a roller coaster, but you can't keep me there. I will write about your ass. I will reach for the pen instead of the gun or the knife. Life makes sense to me now. And I'm grateful to have this program. Think how troubling and tough life is, and it's definitely easier with the program. I'm happy most of the time, but not always. I'm happier more now than before. I was never actually happy before. And what's the two big lies? Time is one of them, and the second is the pursuit of people, places, and things, power, property, and prestige will make you happy. It's completely not true. They will bring you joy, they will make you upset, and they will make you unhappy, but they will not make you happy. Happiness comes from inside, and it builds from getting more and more in touch with yourself. You get in touch with yourself by writing about the things that make you upset and bring you joy and make you unhappy. And as for time, it's only ever been now. There's no yesterday or tomorrow. There's only ever been now and change. Relationships are the hardest thing. My disease tells me I should be rich, I could have done more, or I should have done something else. I tell it, shut up. I should be dead. It's good enough when I say it's good enough. I do good where I can, and I don't go around brokenhearted that I couldn't do more. My disease wants me dead. It will always tell me I could have done better. I fight it tooth and nail and tell it to shut up. I live one day at a time because I can manage it that way. I judge myself by my behavior, not what I'm thinking. I can control my behavior, but not my thoughts. The judge cares about my behavior, but only cares about what I did, not what I was thinking. I believe I'll be okay no matter what because I'm not drinking and using, and I have a program. I'm a good person trying to be a better person. The 5 things that make for a good life are: number 1, my program; number 2, my health; number 3, my needs are met; number 4, there's people that care about me; and number 5, there's people I care about. My program consists of, there's 4 major things: the steps, the book, the principles, and working with others. We do the steps and live by the principles. I ask myself when feeling bad, anxious, or apprehensive, do I have the day covered? Are there any dead bodies? If I have the day covered and there are not any dead bodies, then it must not have been that bad. The more I read the book, the less I feel there's a pressing need to share. Character defects are things I don't like about myself. Shortcomings are things that I need to work on, or I need more of, or want more of, or want to change. The 12 principles are acceptance, hope, faith, courage, integrity, willingness, humility, brotherly love, justice, perseverance, spiritual awareness, and service, in that order. If you're in a meeting and decide you want to do the steps, then you're on step 4. How do I know that? Because that means you admit you have a problem, which is step 1. You heard there was help, that's doing step 2. And decide to get the help, that's doing step 3. So now it's time for you to do step 4. We're not saints. It's spiritual progress, not perfection. The group is my higher power. I switch out the word God for program throughout the book. I have a very practical program. Writing and carrying the message has helped the most. I believe I will get better and make progress if I make the effort. I will be happy and get things done. But I will not get things done to be happy, because the list of things to do will never end. There will always be something to do. I enjoy the good times because they will pass. I persevere through the tough times because they too shall pass. The strength of my immune system, condition of my mental state determines my health.